Hello everyone, this is Master J Speed and welcome to another Let's Mod video. This time I am going to show you my High Elf Dragon. So the High Elf Dragon is a fairly not static model. It's a nice pose, but obviously every single one of them looks the same. So I decided to do something slightly different. So as you can see here, I've put it onto a larger resin base and I decided to add a little bit of a diorama to it almost. So the dragon itself is actually on the original base, as you can see at the back here. This is still all the original plastic, but I have added an extra resin base at the bottom and obviously green stuffed all these bits and pieces here to look like rubble falling down from where the dragon's pressing its weight onto the rocks and they are crumbling underneath its sheer force. On the front I've decided to add extra flames from where it looks like it's landed onto there and blasted flame as it was. As you can see, the model is detachable, so I can put it onto a smaller base, just like the standard 150mm base you could use in a normal game of Warhammer. Obviously the reach might be slightly different from a breath weapon, but you know, I was thinking what the heck, I wanted to do something slightly different. So that's the individual model. The wings obviously come up and I've changed the neck there so that it looks like it's actually craning down rather than the straight neck that it was, because otherwise it would have just gone straight along here and it wouldn't have looked the same. It's a bit more of a dynamic pose. It actually looks like it is firing down on something. As for the main base, as you can see on here, there's lots of white, but that's basically me just doing a slight base coat to begin with on all of the green stuff to fire. So let's see if I can get this in a little bit closer for you. There we go. Right, so as you can see, this is all of the flame coming from the mouth of the dragon and where it's landed from here, and the breath has fired across up to the current point of where it's actually firing onto the rock at the back here. Now, as you might have noticed here, there is a poor lizard man underneath here with his shield held high trying to stop the flames. Now, I just thought it would be a little bit dynamic. That's the reason why the dragon has landed. There's also another one, poor bugger here, and another one over here caught in the flames of the rock, so getting nice and toasty. Now you might say, why lizard men? Well, I had them laying about because I got them given by my cousin, so I decided to use them. And that's the reason why. There is no necessary backstory for it. I just thought it looked quite cool with his shield upraised. It's just as easy, slipping the model on here, slots into the mouth, and there you go. So as I said, all the flames have been green stuffed. It did take a fair while and a ridiculous amount of green stuff. But I didn't obviously just use GW, otherwise I could have been spending a fortune. What I used instead is this stuff, which is exactly the same, and it comes in a roll about 1 metre long of the blue and the yellow to make the green stuff. So all you do is cut off however much you want, usually a little bit more than that, what you usually want to use, mix it all together, keep it nice and wet. The main support is actually the top of a coat hanger, so the bit that actually hooks onto rails, stretched out and culminating at the top here. Drilled into the base. I don't know if I can see it through there. No. In the base are 2 nails. I drilled some holes and then pushed these through and just super glued them there so that they'd be able to take the full weight of this thing. And as you can see, just drilled the holes, lined them all up, and the whole thing slots nicely together. So that's it really. I just want to show it off in its current state. I've got a fair few of these projects on the go at once. I might show off a flame tutorial at some point. There are a few good ones out there, so I'm not sure about that yet. But yeah, I'll hopefully show you the progress as I go and see these poor lizard men cook whilst they get attacked by this High Elf Dragon. So this is Master J Speed signing off. I'll see you all soon.